Hi, I'm Brian Ostrovsky and I run Locable. I want to talk to you today about your digital content strategy. So often what we see when we look at a local community site, whether it's a magazine, newspaper, etc., is that it is a article-centric experience. Now, this isn't to say that articles aren't sort of the foundation and the cornerstone of your publication, but articles are really only a third of the equation. Let me give you an example. So this is one of our publishers that we work with. Great publication, really about bringing the community together, about real live events and so forth. Well, if you look in print, they have a section here called Out and About. And this highlights a number of activities. You could think of it as a local guide. It's curated, it's editorialized, it uses images and text, and it delivers an experience in print. Why wouldn't this be part of your digital presence, where you're curating and presenting and editorializing content online? It may be an article, it may be a guide, which is sort of a variation of that theme, but it's about events, it may be about businesses, it may be about other activities. And so don't think in terms of this linear, long-form format. Now I'll go further. They have a section in here called Town Social. It's sort of the socialite see and be seen. It's about photos and local events and so forth, a lot of fundraisers. Again, great experience. It might be coupled to an article, but it's really about the photos and the experience, maybe the videos and so forth. And then you go further and you look and you've got this great calendar. You might not be able to see it, but these are very extensive list of activities going around all over town for the month of June in this case. So when you look at the web, if you don't have a mix of articles, events, and business information, directory, information, customer reviews, etc., you simply don't have everything you need to be effective. If you look at print products, they've been incorporating these things for a long, long time. The web should as well. It should go further, however, because unlike print, one piece of content over here can link in reference to a piece of content over there, in a very literal sense. Think of how many of your events take place locally. All of them? So they should all take place at a local venue, and that venue should be in the directory. How many of your articles reference a business? Shouldn't that link out to that business? How often would it be useful for you to be able to do an editor's pick for weekend events, 3, 4, 5 events that you think your readers would really like, that you want to highlight? Maybe it's a sponsored post. Well, shouldn't you have the ability to easily and quickly pull in events from the calendar to populate that so you're not recreating the wheel? Surely you don't want to just list events in that place. They need to be in a calendar that's sort of searchable and sortable. So you need to have an approach and a mindset that views the local content ecosystem as one piece. And you also need the right technology to make it something that you can manage very effectively. If it's a lot of work, it's not going to happen. If it doesn't happen, it's going to hurt you, it's going to underserve your community. So think about how these things fit together, how you can take content from one area, maybe some business information, and create a local guide. Local restaurants, local preschools, local camping or weekend vacations, combining business information, calendar information, maybe previous articles that you've created. And now you're creating more content, you're repurposing your existing content, and you're delivering more unique value that people can't find anywhere else. And that's the key, because people can Google for business information, but if you have something valuable on top of that, editorialized, you change the context, you expand it, you make it more interesting, people will find you, they'll value you, and you will have a unique place in serving your community that combines both print and digital effectively. And if you're web only, hey, you may not have the print side, but this content strategy holds true. It's about serving your community the way that Main Street used to. Shopping, events, news, etc. And you can do it very easily with the right mindset and the right approach.